Hi, it's Dan from Ramlight. Just a couple of things that are going out the door today. One of them is a red laser and flashlight combo. This is for a Remington R1. As you can keep zero, you know the rest. That's just sort of showing that off. There we go. If you're ever using these, what you do is you just no finger on trigger, obviously. You just grasp it and then just break the bond like that, and it's on and off very easily. That's that one. Another thing going out today. Now what I've done, this is actually a combo for the same person. In fact, he's a military, I believe. He lives in Hawaii, but he spends time in Idaho. This is a Beretta 92 FS, like M9 style, and I've deliberately left the flashlight off the side. I do sell lasers, and a lot of people just buy the laser only, just to show that fit, the fit around the opposite side of the takedown, how perfect that fit is. Now that fit took trial and error, basically. I think 3 attempts to sort of home in on it. One was too low, next was too high, and then it sort of gradually got there. That's actually 4 attempts, in fact. And this is completely different, in fact, because it's a totally different system, or an idea. Well, number one, there's two major differences. Number one is that it's not a steel frame, so how does that stay on magnetically? I mean, I can't even pull that off. You couldn't even pull it off straight down, but it just rolls off forwards like that. So I'll just do that again one more time. Let's just go back into position. You just basically, just going to do it slowly, it just rolls off forwards. So it's against the motion of the pistol. In fact, you're supposed to, when you put this on, locate it onto the takedown pip first, and then just let it rise up like that. You've got your actuator back here, so you can actuate incredibly easily. In fact, the trick is to flick it. That's what I do. Although it's a very soft touch, it's just nice like that. And then, of course, it has to have the adapter plate made of steel, which I make by hand on a belt sander, and it sticks on with VHB tape. There's no way it's coming off. To take it off, you just heat it up. Wait, obviously it's not coming off during shooting. What you do to get them off is you basically, if you want to remove it, you shouldn't really be removing it, but if you go to sell the gun or you change your mind or something, what you do is you just heat that up with a heat gun for about 20 seconds and then just roll it off to the side, and it's off, and it doesn't leave any. There's nothing really touching the gun apart from the sides, which have got a protective tape in there, like an anti-squeak tape. It's sort of very tough, and just that piece, which is powder coated, so it's pretty soft. I mean, this is, I've had, I would say, hundreds of products on this gun, and there's no discernible. That there is actually those silver bits. It's pencil lines for me just doing stuff that I do. That wipes off. You can hear it snap into position, but nothing's actually hurting the gun because it's got, the only thing touching it is that VHB tape, 3M very high bond tape. So that's that one. Pretty neat. I just love that action. It's even better on the Cougars because the product's sort of smaller, and it kind of, it's just so neat. Right, okay. Self-praise is the lowest form of recommendation, I think, is an old saying. First quoted by the Romans. Here we go. So this is, what is this? This is actually an Olight Mini. Yeah, Olight S1 Mini that I'm just putting on to Glocks. This actual design I've had for maybe 2 years or something, and I've had it on. I think I made it to fit onto a Witness, like a big Witness 45 with a factory rail. Then it ended up on my AR-15 on the rail, and then I just thought the other day, let's just get it onto a Glock. I picked up this frame for 40 bucks. I think it's Gen 3 probably, Glock 17, Glock 22 or Glock 31, I think. It's multi-cal, they use it on different things. But it's not right. It was right for the Witness, it's not right for this. So I've just started that off as the basic thing, but I'm going to just quickly, I do it all by eye, make it all by eye, those parts. And then once I've got the prototype, so the flashlight's going to end up going backwards, so that gap disappears. Obviously the actuators are wrong because I can't actually reach them, so that's going to change. So it'll be that I can actually reach it easily. You can actually get to strobe with this. Hang on, let me just. It's not ideal. There's actually a bit of a problem with these S1 minis, and that's that it's squidgy. It's sort of squidgy. On all the other things I do with Olights, it's just a very positive, very silent, very quiet click, and but it's very positive. This is squidgy, so they've cheaped out on the actuator, but I'm gonna have to like cut one up, reverse engineer it, try and pull the rubber piece out and see if I can unsquidgify it, which I probably will be able to. That would be the last objection I have with this flashlight. In fact, the only objection. Everything else is fantastic. It's waterproof, shockproof, it's tiny, it's super bright. I mean, it's incredible, really. You just do 2 taps for full brightness. It's just perfect for this. And then of course you've got offhand thumb. So I'm going to just adapt this, make it different. The finished one isn't going to have this bump or bulge where I've welded an extension on. This will have a nice. The products I actually ship for the Olights have a really much nicer finger actuator here that's got like a platform on it, so it feels really cool. Downside of this is holstering. You're going to have to go to a Kydex person or a leather maker and have that done. That's the only sort of downside. Relatively low cost. I mean, I wish that Olight would deal with me. It's such a shame that they don't. They've kind of patronised me a bit. They've never given me anything. Well, I've not asked them for anything apart from just to have some input into their design process. And if they ever do use anything I suggest, I just get like just a one-time payment of $1,000 or something, or like, I don't know, 0.1% of the sales for that product or whatever. I mean, but they're not interested. And I've had to pay for every single thing I've had from them. I've got, all their products lying around, and I work with them and everything. And I've learned a lot actually, and I could have helped them if they'd have like listened to me. But whatever. I mean, it sounds like but I'm sure John Browning was like this. He was like, well, come on, why did he have to go to Belgium? Why did he have to go to Belgium and deal with the Belgians? He should have been doing it in America. Something let him down there, right? It's very sad. And I know what I'm talking about. I'm very focused on this, and this is going to be. And I'm going to try and get it all done today and make a video tomorrow just showing it. This is like going to be ultimate, not just for Glocks, but it's going to be really awesome. Pretty low cost as well. Compact, amazing actuation, very convenient. So that's something else for you there. So that's the end of my little video. 3 interesting products. I'm just going around again, emailing all the industry and YouTube channels again, on their Facebooks, whatever I can, any way I can. Because my wife said, you've never actually had a no. They just don't respond to you, Try and get a no, at least get a no. And so that's what I'm just doing. I'm saying to them, just at least just say no would be really cool. So I've just sent out another 420 emails today to separate YouTube channels and industry and all the rest of it. And we'll see if I get any responses. So thank you very much. And yeah, have a great day. Anything else? Going to do a video about 4 interesting, what I find interesting, 22 long rifles. I'm a bit quirky. Like I've got always got a different outlook on things. I'm interested also in how they make things. I'm interested in the way it was made, and so. It's stuff that's caught my eye. I've not shot too many 22 long rifles. I've owned a few and everything, but I don't have too much time. But just stuff that caught my eye, I find interesting. I'm just going to have a side-by-side comparison, go shoot them, see which is most accurate, which is most reliable. So those 4 are a GSG, so German sports guns, imported by ATI, American Tactical Inc., I suppose. That's the STG-44, Sturmgewehr 44, that's the first assault rifle, right? The one that Hitler didn't really want at the beginning, but when they kind of got it made, he was like, okay, let's do this, this is awesome. It's a light assault rifle, what it was, made from stamp parts and stuff. And, there's that. I don't want to get into too much detail about that. I mean, I was looking at it last night close up. I mean, it's awesome. What a bargain. What a bargain. I got the one with the crate. You've got to buy one. It's just incredible. The amount of work, how good the Germans are at making that. The detail and what they've had to go through to make that is just like, I can't even tell you. if you think about it, I can sell 3 of my products and buy that, but their product, like in terms of complexity and functionality, is, I'm not putting down what I do because nobody else does it, nobody else is prepared to do it, but because I'm making specific things for specific pistols which no big company is ever going to do, that to me is a great bargain. I mean, you know, there's that. Then there's an Armscore, well, it's like a Squires Bingham Armscore M1600R, which is the paratrooper version of that sort of teak stocked 22. Right? It's, look it up. That interests me greatly. Then I bought a AK-22, which is again an Armscore AK-47, but in 22, and it's a particular design. It's a little bit ugly in a way. It's a bit too deep, but for 130 bucks, brand new, I thought that was worth it. You know, the magazines are like 75. What else is there? And then, so that's one, two, three. Fourth is, I just saw a brand new Ruger 1022 stainless steel with the synthetic stock for 200 bucks. And I've bought the stainless steel rings, scope rings, and I'm just going to put the green laser in that I use, which is super bright, brightest legal green laser I'm aware of that can be zeroed. And I'm just going to put it in the scope rings, and I'm just going to make a point, which is, don't have to put my eye to it, don't have to worry about anything going wrong with the you know, the what is it, this thing that happens to cheap scopes where they kind of go out of adjustment. Don't have to put my eye to it, just gonna make a point. Just going to make a little bit of a point. And also, it's only 18 bucks for the actual laser. I'm just going to try and sell what I do a little bit. And of course, I don't do stuff for outdoors. I don't, you know, that's not the point. The point is it's for home defence, nightstand product, and all of that. But I just want to make this, or hopefully I can prove it, that I can be as accurate using my green laser outside at, say, well, let's try 50 yards. Although, you see, people are going to say, well, you won't be able to see the green dot at 50 yards, but I will be able to, because it's so bright. So let's just see how that goes. Going to just get the time to go out. Another one I'd love to have in that little collection is, but I can't afford it at the moment, is the PPS, you know, that Russian subgun, the 22 version. I'm trying to think who makes it actually. I think it's Chiappa. Let's just have a look. The PPS 22 long rifle by Chiappa, I think it is. Ooh. Legacy Sports PPS 50 22 with a 50 round drum. Ooh, bloody hell. Wow, how did I miss that? That's cool. Don't know what they sell for. Let's just see if I can find one, like a done deal. Someone's asking 350, somebody's asking 425. Oh, it's awfully expensive. It's just a bit over my thing. I think anything 22, and it should be like under 300 really, ideally, particularly at the moment. Another thing I'm interested in now, I was watching, I think it's Wonder Woman, the new Wonder Woman movie, and they were just out shooting 222s. I mean, it was a long time ago I saw the movie, a couple of months ago, and I don't know a lot about these older 22s rifles, but it seemed to me, as if I remember correctly, one was a pump action, and the other one might have been a, I could look it up easily on Internet Movie Database or whatever for guns, firearms, IMDb-F. But just somebody can tell me. The other one was like a Henry repeating with that lever, but it had this block at the back that kind of went or sort of up and down or something, and I just kind of I like that. That intrigues me. That action, that style. Of course, me being me and being lazy. I haven't looked it up. I should look it up really. But if somebody can just tell me what that actually is, that would be another one I'd be interested in. Yeah, these PPS 22 seem awfully expensive. But let's just see. I'm quite good at getting bargains. Like I paid $218 for that Armscore Paratrooper. 200 for the Ruger 1022 stainless. By the way, I think that's well worth it. It's awesome. Incredible sight pictures on them things. It's like so accurate. It's quite incredible, really. And then what was the other one? Oh, and that GSG was like I think 330 or something. The crate was out of stock for a long time, but I got it with the crate, which is great. So that's the end of the video. Thank you very much, and have a great day. Can't believe you watched to the end there.